Hello there, and welcome to the very first ENTJ meme review. First, my credentials. I might be an ENTJ on the Myers-Briggs personality test, but am I what the 12s would describe as a meme lord? There's only one way to find out, and that is with a verified meme lord quiz. PewDiePie or T-Series? Definitely PewDiePie. Alright, do you know the way? Yes, I know the way. Is this man hot? Right? Yep. Is the world flat? Of course the world is flat. Want Kreitz Branberry? You normie. Yes, that's definitely a normie drink. Do I want to be a meme lord? Yeet. Yes, definitely. Yes! Yes! I am officially a meme lord. One way to really tell if you are truly the personality type you think you are is to join the meme page. For some crazy reason, I decided to give away $60 to the winner of who I thought was the best meme. Now, this is quite possibly the worst decision and worst investment I've made. I've probably gained a grand total of maybe 2 subscribers. I'm not sure the people who submitted these memes even know this contest is running, but I posted that I would. I said I would, so I will. Whoever I decide has the best ENTJ memes, I will give away that prize money to. So without further ado, it's time to review the ENTJ memes. When a feeler opens up to a very busy or stressed out ENTJ, you can't just announce how you feel. That makes me feel angry. Yeah. Starting a side hustle, wanting to do well in school. An ENTJ is definitely, I don't think they're going to be that type that's going to get straight A+ in school. They're going to realize that there is a trade-off that exists when you do get those really high grades. It might take you 3 times as long to go from an A- to an A+. In that extra time, you could start a side venture. You could invest in friendships, build that network, unless you're just some kind of genius, and then those high grades are kind of easy for you. When you give your all, but still experience defeat in the end. When you know as an ENTJ, you really have given it your best. And there's really nothing more you could have done except for burning yourself out, and you still fail. That failure is hard to deal with. How people see ENTJs. World domination. How they really are. I'll commit tax fraud. That is a really good meme. There's a fine line between, what is it, tax avoidance and tax minimization. How to find ENTJs in a crowd. Other people's unproductive laziness, incompetence, triggered. Yeah, these things definitely trigger me. I mean, I'm always trying to minimize them in my own life. Oh, that's my announcement. 3 comments. Wow, that was definitely worth giving away $60. ENTJ in memes. I got bored after becoming a Fortune 500 CEO at the age of 14. So I decided to make my own country. ENTJ in reality. I started a second side hustle and I burnt out within a month. That's something I definitely want to talk to. I know I pushed myself beyond my capacity a few years ago and I definitely experienced that burnout. Don't put pressure on yourself to live up to the Instagram stereotype of an ENTJ. I guess I really like the quote by Jordan Peterson. It's like, don't compare yourself to others, but compare yourself to who you were yesterday. It's okay not to achieve your goals all the time as an ENTJ. Like, take that pressure off yourself. ENTJs, when they enter the room, look at me. I'm in charge now. Look at me. I'm in charge now. Wait, don't quit. You still have $23 left. ENTJ, could you let someone else win for a change? No. This is surprisingly speaking to me. I went through a phase where I loved Monopoly. Like, I would play online Monopoly with other people. And I think one of the reasons ENTJs are really good at games like Monopoly is because they're able to take risks. So if you don't enjoy Monopoly, it's probably because you're being too nice to people when you play Monopoly. The reason it takes so long is because people add all these extra rules into the game, which make people feel better. They don't require that other people pay their debts or they lend a little bit of money. The point of the game is to dominate, is to form a monopoly. That's the point of Monopoly. All right, let's move on. XNTJs, when someone tries to use opinions in an argument. I don't think this is written by an ENTJ because I want other people to tell me their opinions. I just don't want those opinions to be bad opinions. I just don't want those opinions to be bad opinions. ENTJ is trying to win and relaxing. You can't be my boss. Nobody can. I'm my own boss. I created myself. Yeah, I'm definitely a hard person to lead as an ENTJ. I am extremely independent. If you are leading an ENTJ, you can't just tell them what to do. You've got to tell them why as well. And then give them the opportunity to question your decisions. That doesn't mean that they disrespect you or that they don't like your opinions. They just have to own the decisions themselves. An ENTJ is going to avoid inefficiency at all costs. If they feel like there's a more efficient way of doing something, then they're going to want to do it that way, and they're going to want to know why you didn't consider that option. You're going to have to be very transparent with an ENTJ if you want them on board. When an ENTJ is offered a well-paying job that requires them to move far away from home, ENTJ Super King has no need for loved ones. Yeah. I mean, I'm currently living in Sweden, so this one definitely applies to me. But I think as an ENTJ, I love challenging myself, putting myself in situations where I don't have prior experience or prior context and having to think on my feet to make things work. I would prefer to be at a party where I knew nobody than at a party where I knew everybody. Oh, yes, this is my favorite meme. Whoa, 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 slow down, friend. Don't you know that sometimes you have to stop and smell the flowers? Flower smelling champion. Everything is a competition for an ENTJ. Too rich to look for approval. I feel like this meme is not coming from a very healthy place. I don't need motivational quotes. Motivational coaches quote me. Yeah, that's a really arrogant meme. If you're not willing to accept help or ideas from others, you're not going to be able to grow. Yeah, that's an unhealthy ENTJ meme. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. Now that's a healthy ENTJ meme. If you do lose, you can look for why you lost, and you can always learn from your mistakes. Unless life also hands you sugar and water, your lemonade is going to suck. Optimism is great, but it needs a pinch of reality to really drive that project home. Yeah. So an ENTJ is not an optimist, but they're also not a pessimist. They're just an extremely realistic personality type. When you finally find the person who is going to give you everything you want. Yeah. Okay, there's an error here. Trying to get your ideas past that STJ obstacle course. I feel like STJ isn't the best way to describe it. That would be more introverted sensing, the ENTJ's blind spot. The person who gives you tickets for parking in the wrong spot is probably the classic introverted sensing job. But hey man, I don't make the rules, but these are the rules. If you're running into bureaucratic or administrative obstacles in your life, you're really running into SI cognitive function. SI can get in the way of the most efficient way to get things done. But you have to be careful there. There's a reason why these rules exist. I've traveled to a lot of countries that don't enforce building codes. So you get houses that are unsafe. They're very, very ugly. They're all crammed together. Sometimes there is some value in the SI obstacles to the ENTJ ambition. I have uncontrollable urges to show people better ways to do things. Wow. Yeah. Trying to understand the behavior of some people is like trying to smell the color 9. I feel like the more you learn about personality though, the more you understand the behaviors of others. If you are constantly surprised by other people's behaviors, learn about the cognitive functions, learn about the other personality types. I really do believe that there's value in every personality. Let's take an intermission to give you the opportunity to subscribe to this channel while I decide the winners of today's meme contest. All right, I've decided the winners. Third place, I really like this meme by user Emma. I don't know if it applies to all ENTJs, but I thought it was brilliant. In second place, user Sirium gave us this meme. And first place also goes to user Sirium with the Monopoly meme. That one definitely spoke to me, and I think some of my friends who've played board games with me will be able to relate. All of today's memes have come from the ENTJ memes subreddit. If you haven't subscribed to the ENTJ memes subreddit, now is a great time to do so. We'll definitely do a part 2 to this series, so if you want to see more ENTJ content, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. What was your favorite meme from today's meme review?